What's up, guys? It's a wonderful day in Crystal. We're at 3DS African Kitchen. We're about to do a fantastic interview and a fantastic food review. I'm super excited. Being a white European who has never had African food, I'm very excited to dig in. All right, guys, so we have the menu. We just ordered one of her most famous recommendations, the jollof rice with the soft chicken. So super excited to try it. We're gonna get into the review soon. Oh my gosh. You can sit it down wherever. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you, thank you. Fresh out of the kitchen. Yeah, oh yeah. It smells amazing. Oh my gosh. I dropped my phone a little bit, but should be all set. I'm assuming you guys can see all that. So we got soft chicken and beef, jollof rice. What is this? This is puff-puff? Could you explain what this is?
Yeah, it's puff-puff.
Could you just because I've never had African food, what would you describe this as? A dessert, savory? I was gonna try and figure it out.
Flour, sugar,
Okay.
cream.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is a dessert.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Super excited. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So I got spoiled a little bit. I dropped my camera and I got a little bit on me. I think this is the beef. Whatever that sauce is, I tried it and it was insane. Extremely savory. So we're going to try the rice quick. Dang, it's so hot too. Oh man. Man. Extremely savory. And this has a completely different texture. It's almost like, I'm trying to relate it to anything I've had. I don't even know if I can. I mean, it's just really good. Very savory. I mean, that's the best way I could put it. I am not sure what this is, but I ordered it. Oh, it's like a plantain, I think. Really good. Man, I gotta try the beef. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this blows crock pot beef out of the water. This is fantastic. There you go, back into that beef again. Oh man, that's good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm trying the beef, the plantains. I haven't tried what you gave me yet, but that'll be at the end. Thank you, man. Oh my gosh, beef is good. I gotta dive into this soft chicken. It's got bone in it, okay. I wonder what, I got stuff stuck in my teeth. I wonder what part of the chicken this is. I'll have to ask. Really have no idea. Soft chicken, I'll look that up or ask before I go. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I was expecting, but that's like the best part of the chicken I've ever had. I wonder if you guys can see this. So tender, it's like fall off the bone. Man, that's good. Oh my gosh. That chicken's insane. Oh man. Still not sure what this is. I'll have to ask it. This tastes good too. It's almost like a starch. I don't even know. I have no idea. Chicken's fantastic. Good Lord. That's so insane. You can tell it's made with love. Someone who loves to cook. The best way I can put it is extremely savory. I mean, not salty. It's not overly salty. It's not over spiced, over seasoned or anything. It's just savory, like intense flavor. I mean, I've made chicken thousands of times, and I've never made chicken that has the amount of flavor and just the profile of the food is it's spectacular. Yeah. enough of that. I was gifted what was, I couldn't remember what the gentleman had said, but this is supposed to be a dessert. We got to try this out. It's like a donut, and I love donuts. That's good. Thank you. All right. Well, I just wanted to briefly introduce you. If you would like to introduce yourself to the camera, I'll just leave this right here. But if you wanted to introduce yourself, introduce your business.
My name is Kafayat. I'm the owner of 3 Days African Kitchen. We are located in Crystal, 117 Willow Bend, Crystal, Minnesota, 55428. We serve an area of food, West African food to be precise. We do Nigerian food and Liberian food, and also continental dishes.
So my first question is, what inspired you to open up this African restaurant, and how did it all begin?
Yeah. Or it start like a passion, like something I love to do. When I'm in the kitchen, I'm happier. Like I love to cook all the time. It's something that I grew up doing, and since I was a teenager, I used to have a restaurant, like a storefront in front of my mom's shop where I make food and sell as a teenager. So I developed the passion right from there.
That's so cool. Where was that shop?
That was in Nigeria.
Awesome. So how long has this business been here?
Okay, this one is going to a year now.
A year?
Yeah, it's just newly opened. We
Oh,
opened
wow.
last year, April. So,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Well, I'm wishing you the best success.
Thank you.
I want you to. How do you define authentic African cuisine, and how do you stay true to your roots?
Yeah, African food, the root is very deep because it starts from, when our forefather used to do from farm to table. And what that means is they go to the farm with their family, and whatever they do, they like what they plant, and then when the harvest time comes, they harvest and just make a lot of meal and put on the table. So that is where I would say the root starts from. And when we are looking at the cuisine itself, is something that is really specially curated to serve a different palates, so that people can, relate to where they came from. Like most of the dishes are just so particular to, where I came from. Like my own restaurant right here is from like the Nigerian part of it is from Yoruba part, whereby we have, amala, gbegiri, and newedu, in which you have to actually use your hand to eat those food, to enjoy every bite of it. So that is why I said it's so deep, because we have different ethnic groups from even the Nigeria, the Yoruba part I came from, and each ethnic group have their own particular dish. So, yeah.
That's awesome. That's super. So, I know you said that you're from Nigeria, so obviously this is a Nigerian African cuisine. But what sort of style of Nigerian food is particularly the main one that you create here, or is it your own style? Have you made
Yeah.
a different style since coming over to Minnesota specifically?
Yeah, this particular, my own cuisine is created from the Yoruba part of Nigeria,
Okay.
whereby we have the food I made mention, amala, gbegiri, and ewedu, eforigo, and pounded yam, gari and okra soup. All these foods, jollof rice, which is globally known now. Everybody's eating jollof rice. But we Yoruba people, we have a particular way. We Nigeria people, we have a particular way of making that party smoky jollof rice. So that is why when people come here, they're like, Your jollof rice is top notch because everything is created from, from scratch. We don't just buy, can made or already made things. We curate it from, from scratch with love. So that is why the food is different from other African restaurants that you can see nearby.
That's fantastic. So that's one that'll have to try is the jollof rice. You specifically said that. So how you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me your secret on this. But how do you source ingredients to maintain your authenticity?
As I said, we sort our ingredient like the freshest ingredients. So we have some that comes from our roots, from our country, because we can't just get that authenticity here. So we had to source it from my country, from Nigeria. But most of other things that we use are locally made, something that they plant, from the farmers in Minnesota. So yeah, we got that from here as well.
That's fantastic. So besides jollof rice, because you did make a point to state that, do you have a favorite dish or recipe that holds a special meaning to you?
Amala on the spot is one of my sales product. Like people, when they want amala on the spot, they know that they have to come here to get that authentic amala begiri and ewedu, that we bring them back, all their childhood memories, or maybe people are craving for some people that have not gone back to, Nigeria in a long time. So that brings back like a really good memories for them, and it brings about their palate, remembering what they used to have when they were way back home.
That's
Yeah.
super cool. So that's probably one that I'll have to try too. Get a little taste of home. So since being here for a year, have you seen people's perception of African food evolve since opening your restaurant? Like what's your sort of customer that you get? Is it a lot of people who are trying to have this sort of cuisine, or do you get a lot of newcomers, like me, like a white guy who's never had African food before, come in and
Yeah, that's right. Oh, we have areas of customers. We have different people from different background trying to evolve. Some people trying to, try other things or relate to another cultural, group that they've, met in their way, or maybe are friends with, or friends of friends, and then maybe they went to a party and they're like, they went to like African party and they add some things in which they really like, so they get to try much of our food. Like we have different people, like Asian people eating our food all the time. They come there all the time with their families. We have Americans, like all the white peoples, they come here, they eat. We have our own people from our country too that knows the food and know which one is authentic and which one is just like, follow along, So they tend to come here. We don't have a specific group of people that come here. We have a lot of people trying, like a lot of people are getting to know about African food, and they are getting to appreciate what we actually bring to the table. So. Yeah.
I noticed on your business card when we spoke, because I had recently introduced myself maybe about a week ago, you guys sell out this space for different events, whether it's DJing or other things. Could you speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, this space is, we have it on Peer Space, whereby you can go on the website and just, secure the space for mini parties, office meetings, tea time, a little get together with friends, hanging out with people that matters to you. And also, Valentine's is coming. You can come with your loved ones to this place. We have like good food that we, that your friends will rave about after having it with you, and brings you some memories. You can build memories here because we have a very lovely space. So yeah, we do that as well.
100%. You heard it here first. This is the prime spot to bring your Valentine this Valentine's Day in 2025.
I know.
So I've sort of alluded to this question. I just have a couple last questions here. But if someone was new to African food like me, what are the three dishes that you recommend I try first?
Okay, the first one that I know that nobody can go wrong with, as somebody that is coming in to try maybe the first time of trying African food, Jollof rice for sure.
Okay.
It's part of it because it's just savory. It's warming. Like it's rice, right? Nobody can go wrong with rice. So yeah. So that one I think is one of the first dish I will introduce to you when you're coming here. And another one I will introduce to you that I see people having now, like people that are not from my country, is the fufu and egusi soup. That is like a melon soup with some, is made with some savory spices, which is really good. I really like it myself. And then the other one would be like fried rice. Okay, so fried rice is made with a lot of vegetables. We have some shrimp and we have some that we made with chicken, you know. So then another one that we talk about is our greens.
Okay.
We have different kinds of greens. We have collard greens, we have potato greens, we have fried spinach, we have cassava leaf. All those greens are really good when you take them, and they're very healthy because we cook it with the freshest ingredients. So
Could you share an interesting story or a funny story about your journey as a restaurant owner, if you have any?
yeah, okay.
Yo, you're laughing a lot. You must have a lot of stories.
Yeah, because it's very funny for you to ask that question. Yeah, you know, as I said earlier, business is not fun. It has its ups and downs. It has its good side and it has its downside. There are some time that customer will come, you make food, they want food, you make food for them, and then they'll be like, I think it doesn't taste like what I think. Then you'll be like, okay, have you had it before? And they'll be like, no, I haven't. Then I'll be like, so how do you know, or how do you explain how you wanted it to taste like, you know? And they'll be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is how you should taste. Then I'll be like, okay, do you want to try something else? And they'll be like, yeah, maybe. Then you give them something else. Actually, that other one too is good.
What?
Then you'll be like, okay, are we good? Then, yeah, it's really good. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's really good. Then I'll be like, okay, thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
You
interesting.
know? Yeah, so, yeah, it's what it is. Well, yeah, we are happy to have anyone here anytime, any day, because we are here because of them, you know.
That, I think that speaks a lot to not just your character and your restaurant, but not a lot of places, if someone complains about the food, will, you know, happily make them another one. I think there's a lot of people, even just the servers and wait staff, that will get annoyed. But you just said a story, and you know, it was so, you know, of course you're there for the customer. I think that just
Yeah.
really speaks volumes of your character. So, and then I have one last question, but what's one thing you wish everyone knew about African cuisine and African culture?
Yeah, African cuisine. Actually, what I would say people need to know is Africa culture is very rich. Well, and we put that richness in our food. We don't just make food like for making sake. We pour a lot of love in making food, and that is why when a lot of people that are trying African food now understand that it's not just food for us. It's like everything to us. So that's just the difference. We are not here just to make money. We are here to connect people to different kind of cultures that, you know, this place have in stock. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. That was my last question, and I really appreciate you,
Thank
you know,
you.
taking the time to speak to me. So that's my mistake. But she is the not only the CEO, the founder, the head chef, but she, you know, just does everything else in the restaurant. So the fact that she spent time to sit down with me, it means a lot to me. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thanks
your
for
time.
coming in
100%.
too.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
appreciate
thank you.
it.
All right, we are in the 3DS kitchen after the interview and after eating. We're with the lovely Kay. I thought it was fantastic food. I just wanted to thank you again for your time. You really made it with love, and she makes every single dish like that. So please come down to 3DS African Kitchen.